Welcome to Twisted Comics, your go-to channel for comic book deep dives and analysis. In today's video, we will take a deep dive into the 7 most powerful X-Men ever. So sit back, relax, and watch till the very end. There's a surprise twist in this video, which you would not want to miss.
Forget what you think you know about mutant power. We're not here to talk about who can lift the heaviest rock or punch through a mountain. That's a fun debate, but today we're talking about real power. The kind that can unmake reality with a thought. Today, we're ranking the 7 most powerful X-Men to ever exist, based on pure cosmic might. We're counting down the ultimate power list, focusing on mutants who can shatter planets and warp reality, not just win a fistfight. These are the characters who mess with the fundamental forces of the universe, who treat life and death as a suggestion, and who make world-ending threats look like a joke. To do that, we have to talk about Omega-level mutants. This isn't just a cool name. It's an official label for a mutant with no definable upper limit to their power. They are the beginning and the end of their ability, a true force of nature. Our list is full of these titans, but even among Omegas, there are levels to this game. So, get ready to argue in the comments, because our number 1 pick is going to change how you see the X-Men universe forever. Let's get into it. Section 1, number 7. Coming in at number 7 is the one and only Ororo Munroe, a mutant known as Storm, and calling her a weather witch is a massive understatement. Storm is an Omega-level mutant with total control over all atmospheric phenomena. That doesn't just mean she can make it rain. It means she commands a complex, interconnected system of forces on a planetary scale. She can whip up continent-sized hurricanes, trigger flash freezes that drop temperatures to absolute zero, and call down lightning with surgical precision or apocalyptic force. But her power isn't just limited to Earth. Storm has shown she can control solar winds, manipulate the electromagnetic fields that protect our planet, and has even created weather in the vacuum of space, where weather shouldn't even exist. She's been worshipped as a goddess, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. When she lets loose, she's not just fighting an enemy. She's turning the entire planet into her weapon. And Marvel Comics agrees she's a top-tier powerhouse. A new series titled Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant, launching in February 2026, is setting Ororo up as a central protector of the entire planet. The series promises to explore her status as a solo hero taking on cosmic-level threats. And she's even slated to face down entities like Mistress Death. This isn't just a power-up. It's Marvel confirming the status she's always deserved. She's a queen, an Avenger, a goddess, and the perfect opening for our list of cosmic heavyweights. Section 2, number 6. At number 6, we have the master of magnetism himself, Erik Lehnsherr, better known as Magneto. It's easy to just think of Magneto as the guy who controls metal, but that's a dangerous oversimplification. Magneto is an Omega-level mutant who commands one of the 4 fundamental forces of the universe, electromagnetism. This puts him in a completely different league. His control is so fine he can manipulate the iron in your bloodstream, and so massive he can rip cities apart, pull satellites from orbit, and generate an EMP that would send our civilization back to the Stone Age. His most terrifying feats show power on a planetary scale. He has reversed the Earth's magnetic poles, created wormholes to teleport across space, and once threatened to cause an extinction-level event by pulling a massive asteroid from orbit. He can generate personal force fields that are strong enough to withstand nuclear blasts. This isn't just moving metal. This is bending the laws of physics to his will. What really cements his spot isn't just raw power, but his genius-level intellect and unbreakable will. Magneto has gone head-to-head with some of the most powerful beings in Marvel, including hosts of the Phoenix Force. While some might argue for a brute force powerhouse like Juggernaut here, Magneto's abilities are on a fundamentally more cosmic level. Juggernaut might be unstoppable, but Magneto controls the very planet he runs on. He's a one-man army who can bring the world to its knees, making him an undeniable and terrifying force. Section 3, Number 5. For our number 5 spot, we have to talk about Franklin Richards. This is where things get complicated, controversial, and really interesting. For decades, Franklin, the son of the Fantastic Four's Reed Richards and Sue Storm, was considered by many to be the most powerful mutant ever. An Omega-level reality warper, Franklin's power makes almost everyone else look like an amateur. As a kid, he created entire pocket universes to play in. He's resurrected cosmic beings like Galactus, stood up to the godlike Celestials, and could rewrite existence with a thought. He's a god in a kid's body. So why is he only at number 5? And why is this controversial? Because of a huge status quo shattering retcon in a 2020 Fantastic Four story. It was revealed that Franklin Richards is not, and never was, a mutant. The story explained that as a child, Franklin subconsciously used his reality warping powers to change his own biology, tricking himself, everyone else into thinking he had an X gene because he desperately wanted to belong with the mutants on Krakoa. When his powers started to fade, the illusion fell apart. This reveal sent shockwaves through the fan community and even frustrated X-Men writers who had big plans for him. So should he even be on a list of powerful X-Men? We say yes. For decades, Franklin's story was tied to the X-Men. He was part of the iconic Days of Future Past timeline, was officially listed as an Omega-level mutant by the nation of Krakoa, and was central to X-Men and Fantastic Four crossovers. Whether he was born a mutant or not, his power is the benchmark for all other reality warpers. His history is X-Men history, and his power is so immense that leaving him off this list would feel wrong. He's the ultimate asterisk, a source of endless debate, and a being so powerful, he absolutely earns his spot at number 5. All right, let's hit pause for a second. We just dropped a major comic book bombshell with the Franklin Richards retcon. What do you think? Should a retconned mutant even be on this list, or is his power and history with the X-Men enough to grant him a spot? I want to know what you think, so drop a comment below. And while you're there, if you're enjoying this breakdown of cosmic mutant power, do us a solid and hit that like button and subscribe. You will not want to miss our top 4, because the power levels are about to jump from planetary to straight up multiversal. Trust me, you won't believe who's coming next. Section 4, Number 4. Claiming the number 4 spot is the mutant messiah, Hope Summers. Hope's story starts at rock bottom for mutant kind. After the Scarlet Witch uttered the words, "No more mutants," the mutant population was nearly wiped out, and no new mutants were being born. Then, a single new mutant signature appeared, a baby girl in Alaska. That baby was Hope, and her birth alone sparked a war between factions desperate to control her destiny. Raised in a war-torn future by her adoptive father, Cable, Hope was trained to be the ultimate survivor. But her real power is something else entirely. Hope is an Omega-level mutant with the power of power manipulation. This means she can perfectly mimic and master the powers of any mutant near her, often using those abilities on a much greater scale than the original owner. She can also jumpstart the latent X gene in others, and it was her return to the present that triggered the birth of the first new mutants since the decimation. But her biggest moment, and the reason she's so high on this list, came during the Avengers vs. X-Men event. She was destined to become the next host for the all-powerful Phoenix Force. After a brutal war, Hope finally bonded with the cosmic entity. But unlike so many before her, she wasn't completely corrupted. With help from the Scarlet Witch, she harnessed the Phoenix's power of life and rebirth. In one incredible moment, she released that energy across the globe, undoing the No More Mutants curse and reigniting the entire mutant race. She held the power of a cosmic god in her hands, used it to save her entire species, and then willingly gave it up. That's true power and that's why Hope Summers is our number 4. Section 5, number 3. At number 3, we enter the realm of the truly godlike with David Haller, the mutant known as Legion. Legion is the son of Professor Charles Xavier, and he has one of the most complex and devastating powers in all of Marvel. Legion is an Omega-level mutant whose main power is, well, creating powers. He can spontaneously manifest any ability he can think of. The catch? Due to his dissociative identity disorder, his mind is fractured into thousands of personalities, and each new power is controlled by a new alter. The scale of this is just staggering. It's been said he has thousands of personalities, with some sources claiming he has over 200 documented Omega-level alters alone. One personality might be a telepath, another can bend time, and another is a pyrokinetic. This makes him a walking army of mutants in a single body. Fighting Legion means facing an endless, unpredictable storm of powers, never knowing what's coming next. And this power isn't just theoretical. Legion's most famous and catastrophic feat was creating the Age of Apocalypse timeline. Trying to help his father's dream, he went back in time to kill Magneto, but accidentally killed Professor X instead, rewriting all of history into a dark, dystopian nightmare. He later created another pocket universe, the Age of X. One of his personalities was even described as a god mutant capable of warping time and erasing people from existence. When you have individual personalities that can rewrite reality, you're operating on a cosmic scale few can even imagine. He's chaotic, unstable, and almost infinitely powerful, easily securing his spot at number 3. Section 6, number 2. Our runner-up for the most powerful X-Men is a mutant forged in the fires of Marvel's darkest timeline, Nathaniel Gray, better known as X-Man. Nate Gray comes from the Age of Apocalypse, the reality Legion created. In that world, Mr. Sinister used the DNA of Scott Summers and Jean Grey to artificially create the ultimate psychic weapon to kill Apocalypse. That weapon was Nate Gray. He is essentially what Cable would have been without the techno-organic virus that constantly drains his power. As a result, Nate's raw psionic potential was completely unleashed, making him arguably the most powerful telepath and telekinetic to ever live. His power is so off the charts that as a teenager, he was able to pull Professor Xavier's astral form from the astral plane into the physical world, a feat that left Xavier stunned. He has traveled between alternate realities using just his own power. His telepathy can span the globe, and his telekinesis can shatter mountains. But his greatest feat, the one that puts him in the god tier of Marvel, was creating the Age of X-Men. Believing the world was too hateful, Nate created his own pocket universe, a supposed utopia, and pulled the X-Men into it against their will, sustaining the entire world with his psychic will alone. He didn't just alter reality. He built a new one from scratch. Legion himself once claimed Nate's power is so vast, he's on a level above Omega. He is a psychic god, a reality architect born to be the ultimate mutant. And the only reason he is a number 1 is because our top spot is held by a literal force of the universe. Section 7, number 1. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. At the number 1 spot, the most powerful X-Man to ever exist is without a doubt Jean Grey as the host of the Phoenix Force. This shouldn't be a surprise. It's the only right answer. Even in her base form, Jean Grey is an Omega-level telepath and telekinetic with powers that put her among the strongest on the planet. But when she merges with the Phoenix Force, she's not a mutant anymore. She's something else entirely. The Phoenix Force isn't a power-up. It's a fundamental, multiversal cosmic entity. It's the nexus of all psionic energy that has, does, or ever will exist across all realities. It represents the cosmic cycle of life, death, and rebirth. When this entity bonded with Jean Grey, she became a being of truly immeasurable power. We're not talking about lifting mountains. We're talking about holding the universe in the palm of her hand. Her most infamous moment was during the legendary Dark Phoenix saga. Corrupted by her absolute power, she flew into space and, to satisfy a cosmic hunger, devoured an entire star. This triggered a supernova that wiped out a nearby inhabited planet, killing billions in an instant. She single-handedly destroyed an advanced alien battlecruiser and fought the X-Men on a level they could not possibly comprehend. Even as the benevolent White Phoenix, her power is cosmic. She healed the Amkron crystal, the nexus of all realities, saving the entire omniverse from being destroyed. She has defeated world eaters like Galactus and stands as an equal to the fundamental forces of the universe. When Jean Grey is one with the Phoenix, she isn't just an X-Man or an Omega-level mutant. She is a force of nature. She is creation and destruction in one, operating on a scale that's almost impossible to comprehend. She is the ultimate expression of cosmic power in the Marvel Universe, and she is the undisputed #1 most powerful X-Man of all time. And there you have it. From the elemental fury of Storm to the undisputed cosmic godhood of the Phoenix, these are the 7 X-Men who wield power on a reality-shattering scale. We made our case for Jean Grey as the untouchable queen, a force of nature that just can't be topped. This list was all about cosmic might, where rewriting reality will always beat punching through a wall. But that's just our take. What's yours? Do you agree that Jean Grey is the untouchable #1? Who did we miss? Is there some deep-cut, reality-warping mutant that deserves a spot on this list? We want to hear from you. Sound off in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you love debating mutant powers and getting into the weeds of comic book lore, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for more ultimate rankings. Thanks for watching.